Okay, so let's see where we left off. I hope everyone's doing well. So, we've already had the microphone cut off right when I started the game, so let's see how long that lasts. Hold on. Let me see. Are we kind of set from last playthrough? Let's see. Let's see what she has. We may have just dumped everything off with her.
Ooh, got something good for me?
No,
is it a dress?
I think we're pretty good. Let's go ahead and knock out some fucking quests, man. Let's advance through this game, you know? Let's get through this game. So, I actually downloaded Fallout 3. And I used to play on Xbox, but now I play on Steam. So for some reason, I have an old save. I don't know how old the save is. I'm going to have to go back and look. But it's an old save. It's not where we left off when I was playing Fallout 3 a couple of years ago. So I think I'm going to have to start that one all over again. And Fallout 4, I'm definitely going to have to start all over again. Little unfortunate because I'd like to play through a Fallout 4 a lot because we got through quite a bit of it. And I got a lot of power armors, things like that. I don't remember where all those power armors are, but... we're going to start fresh with both of those. In fact, I might take those playlists off of the channel. I don't know. I might leave them on. Who knows? I just don't want to get things confused or whatever. But I do have them re-downloaded on Steam now. So, like I said, I got to start everything over. I did get the Anniversary Edition. Hopefully, for Fallout 4, hopefully the Commonwealth runs properly. That was the big problem. That's why I stopped recording Fallout 4 before. I actually continued playing it after I recorded, believe it or not, but it was just, the Commonwealth would just be a glitchy fucking mess. So I do have the Nexus mods. I'm going to look into that. I'm going to mod everything up with what I need before I start the playthroughs. But after we're done with New Vegas, I'm going to go ahead and start on one of those two. And if you all have a preference, just hit me up. Hey, 3 or 4. So we'll go ahead and do that. But we need to knock this game out before we do anything like that. So let's go ahead, like I said before, and look at the quests. Let's see. These are all DLC, like I've said multiple times. And then obviously this is for to go find Benny and fuck his day up. So let's see where we're at on the map here. Camp McCarran. So we can go to Camp McCarran. We can. The problem with Camp McCarran is we're going to start a lot of quests, which I don't mind that much, but maybe we'll go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. The Ruins West entrance vault. Let's go ahead and do the Ruins West entrance.
Hey, look out! Get down!
Well, I wish I'd have known I was going to jump into a fucking gunfight when I did that. That would have been nice. I thought we just cleared them out and that was it. Let's go ahead and start that over again. I don't really want to use Lucky like that either. Let's see. Lucky is fully healed up. So is that gun. Fuck it, we'll use Lucky. Fuck it. The problem is we have no armor. That's our biggest problem. We just have fucking nothing. So we're very, like... we can get killed pretty fast. Fuck, let's use the recharger rifle, I guess. We'll fight fire with fire. Let's do that again. Let's start that again. So we're gonna go over here. I guess for a little bit. And we're just gonna make sure we kill everything, so.
Uh-oh.
Should be a critical strike, no? We're gonna compartmentalize our fights here. Okay. I like how I hit sprint and it stops sprinting. I forget in the game it's the sprint button actually slows you down. Well, that's how I have it set. Bitch is beating the shit out of everybody. Hell yeah, let's fucking go. I was talking and my microphone was off. I am a terrible content creator. Alright, so... search the fiend. You ain't got shit. You got nothing. Let's see... what is this? That's Cook still laying there. Alright, let's see. There was some, like, enemies or something back here. I think we got everything from this one. Alright. Yeah, see, even this armor is just not... just doesn't really cut it. Where you at? I thought there was a bed around here. Go to sleepy poo. Where is the bed? There's something over there. Where's the damn bed? I thought it was in here. Could be wrong. Some carrots. Where do we need to go? Let's see where we need to actually go. We need to get the fuck out of here is what we need to do. We really should be like here. That's really where we should, because we need to get to Camp McCarran and then get into like Freeside and shit. So maybe there's like a bed over here. Are we getting closer? We can hit that critical shot, they're dead. He's done.
Trouble.
This Lucky's gonna get me fucking killed. Everyone says it's such a good gun. I don't know. Just fucking missing every shot. Alright, so... best gun in the game. No, not really. These are worth some money. Let's go ahead and give it to her.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Nope, just the shit that I shouldn't be carrying. Alright, so where the hell are we? They're in there. Should we clear these bastards out? I saw one. Bitch, shut up.
When I find you, I'm going to eat your spleen. You're out here somewhere.
I am.
When I find you, I'm gonna eat your spleen.
Got it!
Oosh! That was a nasty shot. was just trying to make sure I wasn't shooting Veronica. That's
I've
all.
had worse.
Alright, Lucky. I see you, Lucky. You, Lucky. It's not worth the shit.
Does jumping at them with my fist? Yes! Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Okay, let's see. And then we're gonna have. I thought we had 200. Oh, 2 cowboy torpedoes. That's what we had. Okay. Let's give her some shit.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Got a fumbly finger with the controls today. Alright. Alright, we're wasting time here. We're wasting our time here. Kind of keep an eye out for a bed, but I highly doubt there's one right around here. Alright, so let's continuing on here. Just keep an eye on our map. Here we go. We're almost there. We're almost there. Camp McCarran is right there next to the Fiends, huh? That's good. The El Rey Motel. Where is this? Oh, here it is. Okay.
Glad you're with us.
Cool. Oh, that's good. Maybe there's a bed or something over here. El Rey Motel. Camp McCarran. Let's look in these rooms. If there's anything to find. If it's anything like the other motel we ran into a while back. In fact, you know what? There was a part in one of my videos I saw. Damn, bro. You're actually lucky I shot you. She'd have fucked you up worse than I would have. Alright, so there's a leather belt. Crazed chem addict. Alright. Locker empty pre-war casual wear. Pre-war casual wear. Alright, let's see what else is in here. Ooh. Save. His arm's still twitching. Anyway, there was like a magazine or something I missed. Let's go ahead and sleep. Let's go. Any doors to look in? That one's rubble.
Prim, some cons got cornered in the ruins of Boulder City, and the NCR killed them. It's like Bitter Springs all over again.
Trouble.
Why is it not?
I've had worse.
Shouldn't have walked in third person. Alright, so Someone got hooked up. Okay. Oh, let's go. Alright, so there's Camp McCarran. Definitely we're going in there. There's going to be a lot of quests and things like that opening in that, I'm sure. That's like the main NCR hub is what that is. I think the gun runners are here, which would be good. We are pretty much here, y'all.
Our guys with the... Uh-huh. The NCR appreciates good citizens like you.
Okay, see if I can buy something off you. Let's go. Okay. Don't mind me stealing your shit.
It's been a long tour. All I can think about now is going back home.
Do, 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 do. I don't know if this shit's worth even stealing, to be honest with you. Oh, I remember this part. There's like a bunch of tents or something over here. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's like a firing range. Why is this button name? Hold on. Alright, let's see. Action mapping. Hit Vats, Pip-Boy, da-da-da-da. Huh. Okay, whatever. That is what it is. What about it?
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Oh, let's do this. I don't need to do that.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
I can use those to repair this. I think we're going to need this for... there's areas you have to kind of like give up all your stuff, but you can keep that. Let's see. All right, we're good. Cool. So let's check the tents.
Hey, welcome aboard.
What up? What up, homie? Sell 22 pistol. We don't need that. Let's see. A couple bottle caps.
Sounds like we're running prim now. I'd still rather take my leave at the strip.
Cafeteria, not a ton going on here. Blah, 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 blah. Pots. So we checked all those around there. This is like a medical triage area. Probably some stim packs and shit. Let's see. I don't know why I took the empty syringes. I've not been using those. Whoops. Did not want to do that. Okay. Yep, we did not want to do that. We did not want to let them like that. It's not worth stealing anything here. We're not going to get them pissed off. Because I'd actually like to be on their side in this playthrough, probably. Let's see, and I am sure they're going to give us plenty. These are all their shit for all their soldiers. So, oh, that's... Ooh. There's some actually really good shit in here. Are you going to sit there all day? Can I steal your shit?
Morning.
What's up?
Hey,
There's someone. I'm sure there's someone in here we need to talk to. Not sure why I'm breaking into this. We'll see. Probably just some file, like some patient files or something. Alright, so these look like they don't really mean a whole lot of anything.
hello?
Trying to not really miss anything, but not get too distracted as well. Someone with a hat, they look important.
I hear you took care of Motor Runner. I could have handled that on my own. I hear you took care of Motor Runner. I could have handled that on my own.
I'm Bitter Root, First Recon. You got a reason to talk to me? You trying to start trouble? Or do you really not know where I got that name? It's a con name. You know, the great cons. That's what my parents were. I figured I grew up around the bastards. They owed me a name after all they put me through. They're dead. Got themselves killed at Bitter Springs. Served them right, if you ask me. It was a massacre. That's what a lot of NCR folk will tell you. Most of them feel plenty bad about what happened. But I was there. Saw it myself. I don't care what anybody says. The cons asked for Bitter Springs. They wouldn't leave the NCR be. My damn parents, too. They were just as bad as the rest. Don't I? Mister, you never met my parents. My dad, he got himself fucked up every chance he got. Always started with folk for no reason. Hell, he was the one who taught me to shoot. You know how? By taking pot shots at NCR, and not just soldiers. Civilians, too. Even kids. Then he'd get high with his buddies and swap tales about the folk they killed. Bunch of animals. And my mom? A couple of times she tried to sell me to some waster just to score some jet. Even the other cons said she was useless. Only reason they kept her around was because she was how'd my dad say it? A smoking piece of ass.
Damn, dude. Okay.
You're not fully grown till you've taken a beat down. Everybody gathers around and hits you till you're damn near dead. After that, if you haven't begged for mercy, you get to choose a new name. One you'll use for the rest of your life. When NCR slaughtered the cons at Bitter Springs, I hadn't got my beat down yet. I was still too young. The way I see it, Bitter Springs was my beat down. So afterward, I gave myself a name. It's all I got from the cons. It's all I ever want. Guess I could tell a pretty good story if I had a mind. But the truth is, I don't know. Just got lucky. They brought me to Daughtry after the battle. He was just a captain back then. Guess he saw something in me. Knew I didn't belong with the cons. Maybe he felt bad, too. About how his men killed my folks. I told him he did me a service, but he didn't believe me. Still doesn't. He's a good man, Daughtry. Doesn't act like it sometimes, I know. But he didn't have to take me in. Yeah, that's probably best. While, I guess. I don't keep too careful track of time. I like to keep things simple. Just focus on now. That's why they made me a sniper. You let your mind wander back a ways and you lose sight of what's in front of your eyes. Good way to miss a mark. Yeah, look, he's not my real father. He just looked after me for a while. It's a long story. It's like I told... They're scum. Lazy, trumped-up raiders. Most of the time they're drunk or high, and when they're not shooting chems, they're selling them. Used to have a settlement up at Bitter Springs till they pissed off NCR and got slaughtered for their trouble. A lot of us got killed at Bitter Springs. A lot of them, I mean. My parents died too. Guess not. You really want to talk to somebody, try 10 of spades. He's always got plenty to say. Me? I'm here to do my job. For now, that job is shooting fiends.
Well, there's plenty of them across the street.
You a merc? Well, then I guess you want to talk to my... father. Major Daughtry. He's our CO.
Okay.
All right. Goodbye.
Hello. Never seen you around before. What do you want? Not unless you count the fiends as serious. Gorobets keeps us inside the fence most of the time. Doesn't matter to me. I just shoot bad guys. Sooner or later, they'll move us out to the dam, though. That's when the shit gets nasty. Legion fights to win, and they're smart. Hell of a lot smarter than these crazy fiends. But I don't feel bad about shooting Legion boys. Fiends, on the other hand, sometimes I get pangs of conscience. Not often, but sometimes. Yeah, doesn't sound like me at all, right? But it happens. Some cute little junkie bitch, so fucked up she doesn't even know that she's the bad guy. And I've got a headshot her. Makes me think. Might just be sex, though. I see some cute little number and I'd rather get in her pants. So maybe I'm a stone-cold bitch after all.
Okay.
Yeah, right. You're sniffing up the wrong skirt. Try me again when you're tall, blonde, and female. What gave me away? The big gun, the shades, or the attitude? Ha! You're not as dumb as I thought you'd be. We got the same sense of humor. Probably better to walk away while I still like you, though. All kinds of things piss me off. Like just about anything that anybody says.
I understand you.
Yeah. Try not to get killed.
Good advice. Okay.
I heard you killed Driver Nafai. My team would have liked to get a shot at him. But we're still glad he's dead. We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into a target's eye from 800 yards away,
Let's go.
you call us. Some of my team aren't without their share of scars, though, like Betsy and Sterling. Cook, one of the fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades. They both managed to escape, but not before Cook raped her.
Jesus.
Betsy shrugged it off like it was nothing, but her behavior keeps getting worse. Always making passes at every woman who wanders by. It's inappropriate for anyone at First Recon to behave that way. I could discipline her, but I'd rather she get medical help. I'd appreciate it. As her CO, I could order her to get help, but I'd have her agree with the idea. Corporal Sterling was an NCR Ranger until he was captured by the Legion. They tortured him pretty badly. He wasn't able to be a Ranger after that, but his eyes are still sharp, so I had him transferred to First Recon. We're the finest sniper out. If they've proven hard to kill, yes. Whatever it takes to get the job done, even if it means hiring help from outside the military.
Yep.
Carry on.
Yeah?
He was saying that right in front of her.
You killed him? Well, shit. Here I'd dreamed up this whole elaborate revenge fantasy. Didn't really think I'd do it, but as long as the tubby bastard was actually alive, I could pretend like I would. Here, I owe you. Take it and get out of here, before I indulge my inner bitch and spoil the moment.
Okay.
Yeah? The lieutenant's been talking to you, hasn't he? Look, I don't need a head doctor. I'm First Recon, damn it. You don't see the others crying about every little bruise and scrape, do you? Yeah. Try not to get killed.
So we need speech. Hold on, let's see some speech here. I don't think we have any apparel that gives us speech, right? No. Sneak, super impact, blah 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 blah.
Yeah? Damn. Never had you pegged for the drill instructor type, but you got my attention. You can tell the lieutenant that I finally caved. I'll get help. There's a Dr. Usanagi who's supposed to be good at this sort of thing.
Okay, cool. Take a look at the quests.
What can I do for you? I caught the tail end of what you said to her. Betsy looked like she'd been slapped right back into basic for a few seconds there. Let's hope that Betsy sticks with the treatment. Knowing her, she won't keep seeing Usanagi if she feels things are taking too long. Do me a favor and let Usanagi know Corporal Betsy is coming. I'd like to make sure the medical clinic has time for her.
Cool. We'll do.
Carry on.
At the medical clinic. Is this, is it back over here? Is this the actual medical clinic? Could be inside. I know what. There was magazines over here, wasn't there? I need a blood pack. Oops. Oops. Did they not see us? Okay. They didn't see us. There's a lot of really good shit in here, actually. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Okay. I thought there was more shit in here. Ooh. No one's an enemy. Let's see. Did we get any permanent stuff? I think we got a permanent book in there, right? Okay, I bet that fix things. Okay, there's not. Okay, that's fine.
We won't
The same
go
guy.
quiet.
Okay, cool. Where the hell is this bitch? Let's see. Oh, she's over here.
The Legion
Okay,
can count
I
on
know
that.
exactly where she's at. I remember that. All right, let's go into Camp McCarran.
There's a lot more troops here than we thought. No wonder we couldn't hold Helios 1.
We should be taking the fight to the Legion, not waiting for them to pick us apart.
Anders showed up here not too long ago. I'm told you're the one who got him out of the vault. Can't tell you how relieved I am. Sending him on that mission was a mistake. That's probably true, but I wonder if I should have taken a different strategy entirely. Although my options were certainly limited, with most of our forces tied up garrisoning this place. Regardless, what you did for Anders isn't something he or any of us around here take lightly. We're all glad to have him back. Thank you. Could be better, I'll say that much. We set up here with our sights set on annexing New Vegas. It's a lot of resources that could do a lot of good for us. But that hasn't happened. If anything, they annexed us. They rake in the profits from our soldiers, and we're stuck protecting them from the Legion. Not exactly the plan. Now we're trying to secure the Strip and the dam at the same time, and it's costing us. And in the meantime, General Oliver won't approve any offensive maneuvers, because he doesn't want to risk losing our positions. So we're in a holding pattern here. And Caesar's on the other side of the river, planning. It's our main base. We took it because it lets us keep an eye on the Strip, and it had already been fortified before the Great War. From here we handle most of the logistics for our operations in Nevada. Troop allocation, supply distribution, intel. Usually General Oliver runs the show here, but he's on his way to the dam now, so I've taken on a lot of his duties here. Unfortunately, no. In fact, the word from the ranger stations has been especially concerning lately. Sounds like they've run into overwhelming resistance, and supplies just aren't reaching them. It's been so bad, I asked Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn Hope to look into it, and see how it is that things could be so fouled up there. Calm is what you have to be when people look to you, and it's all you can be when things are out of your hands. Everything was going according to President Kimball's plan at first. We met minor resistance from local troublemakers. But our two main objectives are still contested. Mr. House controls the Strip, and he won't so much as meet with our ambassador. And we're holding Hoover Dam. But Caesar's Legion is positioning itself to overrun it. If it falls, so will New Vegas. We'd be forced to withdraw. You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his best, but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. The Fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week, but so far he hasn't spoken a word. Yeah, on top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were coming. So somebody's getting the word out. Well, why not? Given your recent arrival, at least I can safely rule you out as the leak. I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not practical right now. Go ahead and look into it. See what you find. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements, and it'll only get worse the longer we let it go on. Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now. He can fill you in. I have Lieutenant Boyd on that already, and she's excellent. But I think she's hit a wall. Talk to her if you like. See if she has any use for you. Her office is right above mine, but I think she might be interrogating right now. So she'd be upstairs on the other side of the building. Bye.
Go. So she's upstairs, right?
You're new. I'm Angela Williams. Were you just looking around, or... This? The OSI lab. We don't get many visitors. The smell puts people off, I think. Nobody ever said science would smell clean and fresh. Anyway, you get used to it if you give it some time. I know I don't sound the part. Get raised by Brahmin ranchers and you never lose the twang. Drives Hildern crazy. But I know every inch of the power grid from Hoover Dam to Shady Sands. That's what we do here. Try to optimize the power output from the dam. Some of the others are working on an agricultural project, but truth be told, they aren't making much progress. Not yet, anyway. Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible. You mean give you work? No, that'd be up to the administrator, Hildern. He's back there in his office. Between you and me, I don't think he ever leaves. Plenty of mercs go in to see him, though. I can't say. We're not supposed to talk about the research, not the details. If you're interested, I'm sure he'd see you. Nice to meet you. If you need anything, I'm almost always in the lab.
Got it.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22? Wonderful. Straight to it then. Have you signed the release forms? No? Doesn't matter. We'll keep that to ourselves.
That doesn't
Vault
matter.
22. Where to begin? Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible? Fair enough. My point is this. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlocked the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated. Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you? I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. You might think of yourself as a mere means of conveyance. No insult intended, of course. Oh? What might those be? The Office of Science and Industry. It's a rather expansive topic. I could talk for hours, but I'm sure I'd bore you. Suffice to say, we are the leading edge of the NCR. Our work focuses on practical matters: medicine, engineering, biology. The dam, for instance. OSI routes its energy supply to our cities in the West. That's only one responsibility of this office. Director of the entire OSI? Me? If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to plant seditious ideas in my head. No. I direct our eastern operations. I've been responsible for squeezing unprecedented levels of power from the dam. I'm also confronting the problem of food production in what little spare time I have, but I've found some promising leads. Yes, with the assistance of my team, of course. Not yet, but our government understands the value of proactive thought. Our studies project an imbalance between production and consumption. Or, for a layman such as yourself, not enough food, too many mouths to feed. Mass starvation in a decade or so. We aid some programs the Republic has sponsored involving sharecropper farms in the area. But those haven't panned out too well from what I hear. There have been complaints about the amount of water we're supplying. But those are just excuses for lack of diligence, I'm sure. Directly? No. But we attempt to maximize its output. You have no idea how difficult it is to provide power to an entire nation. I also have high hopes for our Helios 1 facility. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for the 2 scientists who are working there. So far, they've only managed to achieve 1% power output. I'd send help if I could spare the personnel. To be frank, I have no idea. I leave the fighting to Colonel Shu, and I expect him to leave the science to me. Too many people have opinions on things they know nothing about. And the more ignorant they are, the more opinions they have. Yes, goodbye.
All right, so it looks like we're gonna get a few quests. Let's see. Okay, so he's around here, Captain.
Even the stupid... Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but... Did he give you a job? I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault. There were a lot of mercs. One after another. None of them came back.
Oh, shit.
Then, about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs? But now he's hired you, which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her.
Okay.
Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich. Not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc. But I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead.
Alright, so pardon me, I apologize. Let's see.
I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it. Of course. Anything. Keeley's brilliant. An absolute genius. She plays at being mean, but it's all a front. When you've lived as long as she has, you get defensive around new people. Who wants to make a friend when you
I think I
know you'll
remember this
outlive 'em?
quest. I think I know exactly what well, not exactly, but I think I remember this. I went through this quest. I vaguely remember, I should say.
I couldn't get her to say, but she talked about the war. The Great War, when the bombs fell, like she'd been there. So, I'm guessing pretty old. 200 years? Maybe more. The director? He's very well-spoken and knowledgeable. He's not what you'd call warm, unless he wants something from you. And even then, it's kind of a cold warm. Most of the time, I focus on the science and try to forget him. He doesn't get mixed up in any actual work, though he tells people that he does. He sure does. Everyone knows it. I've just got to endure this job until the project is finished. But abandoning Keeley, he crossed a line. Taking credit for other people's work is one thing. Sending people to die in the waste is another. If Hildern tries to recruit any more mercs, I'm gonna warn them. What can he do to me? I'm the only one who can run this lab. Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible. It's foul to tell the truth. Most people try to get what they can from the outside, even if it's just a smuggled candy bar now and then. Contreras is a genius. He can find almost anything you'd want. Takes caps to get him motivated, though. He won't do a thing for free. Right. Stay safe.
NCR is investing in new research. We're getting left in the dust.
Hey, you got a second?
The Brotherhood is failing. I've always known that. If we don't change course, we're going to fall apart, or fade away. But until recently, I haven't understood where we went wrong or how to fix it. I think I need to go home. Great! Thanks. Thank you. I'll encourage people to name their non-ugly children after me. Seriously.
Yeah, I want to keep her with me for now, though. I could switch to Boone, maybe he's good, but... Let's see. Alright, so we still have to do this other quest over here. Probably upstairs, I would assume. That's the NCR guy. Let's see. What is this?
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Boyd's in there with a prisoner right now. Boy, is she pissed.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. You sure you're in the right place? Not big on reading name tags, huh? That's okay. My name is long and difficult to pronounce. Ready for it? It's Boyd. Lieutenant Boyd to my friends. Colonel Shu has me handling the policing duties for the base. I've told him he could make my job a whole lot easier if he would just let me shoot anyone who talks back to me. But you know how colonels can be.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for NCR already, you might be just what I've been looking for. We captured an honest-to-God centurion of Caesar's Legion recently. Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion from Caesar on down will kill themselves before they can be captured. They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to hug them. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army, and he just gives himself up, even as his men are slitting their own throats around him.
Jesus.
Well, I don't know about you, but to me that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate. Except he hasn't. Only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to get information out of this guy. I like the way you think. Have I said that yet? Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. There are some restrictions still in place from President Tandy's administration. But here's my favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR. Plus, for all this guy knows, you're completely insane. That's a winning combination.
Yep.
I think if you rough him up enough and really put some fear into him, he'll sing like a choir boy. So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room and you make him regret the day he was born.
Let's do it.
We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore. Either way, we've had our entertainment for the day. That's the spirit. Okay, I'll go in and have a word with him. Then I'll call you in.
Cool.
Long time no see, Silus.
Lieutenant. I was just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
I'll pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles?
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Silus? If you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
What?
What an ugly little worm you are. What pile of excrement did the lieutenant pluck you from, worm? You must have some reason to be in your line of work. Tell me, what did the Legion do to you? Did we enslave your children? Slaughter your family before your eyes to teach you a lesson? Whatever it was, I hope I was there to give the order. Foot soldiers of the Legion are trained not to have to think for themselves, to have conflict removed from their minds. They kill themselves to evade capture because they are not trusted to make such a decision rationally in the heat of battle. But I'm no foot soldier. I knew I could escape captivity on my own without revealing the tiniest iota of information to my captors. I'll show you gutless, you sniveling bastard. I'll spill your guts all over this room. Get away from me. Get away from me.
Is something the matter, Silus? You look upset. Here, maybe you'd better step out for a moment. You've upset him.
Your friend is a miserable fucking degenerate.
I don't know. I thought he seemed like a nice guy.
If we were on the other side of the river, I'd have him torn apart by dogs.
That's a long walk, Silus. I don't think it's gonna happen. You'd better just talk.
Your tactics are a joke.
If you don't like dealing with me, I can bring my friend back in.
Both of you can rot.
Have it your way. Come on back in. I think he misses you.
We don't have anything to discuss, worm. You think I could get where I was in the Legion army if I feared death? I've led charges against men with guns, carrying only my knife. And I can tell you, it was they who feared me. But suicide is a weak death on a battlefield. It says to your enemy that you fear capture. It says if you're caught, you can be broken. You think I'm going to slit my throat for some megalomaniacal self-appointed dictator? I didn't work my way up to have it all be taken from me out of some irrational paranoia. Caesar's losing it. I believe that. He's been shutting himself in his tent. Privately, he complains of headaches. Whatever it is, it's affecting his ability to lead. Time was essential for my mission, but we waited 3 days for him to dispatch us. Another of his headaches. Does that sound like a man in command? He has an operative planted in this very base, but does he use his agent to rescue me? No. He's content to have the agent spend his nights radioing troop positions back to our base camp. He knows I'm here, and he's left me to rot. I don't know. I know he sends intelligence by radio in the middle of the night. Sometimes that intelligence would find its way to my cantery. Then you're a fool. That man reports to Caesar on what I do here. The Legion isn't going to take me back. My only hope is to escape and disappear. But if I escape and he reports it, they'll hunt me down as long as I live. It served me to report him as much as it served you. I hope the Legion burns your wretched body at the stake when they conquer this place. Nothing I could tell you would do anything to stop that. Get away from me.
You did well. I don't know how you did it without putting a scratch on him, and I'm a little disappointed personally, but it saved the NCR some face. And it could save us more than that when all is said and done. I'm gonna talk to some people when we're through here. This is about double the standard fee we'd give a consultant, but from what I saw, you're more of an artist. So think of this as your commission. Yep, see you around.
Oh, that was interesting. Let's talk to Hornsby here.
Sounds like we're running prim now. I'd still rather take my leave at the Strip.
Alright. Do not eat irradiated food. Shit. We have like 75. Let's see. So we still want to do this one that's not too far from here. Captain Curtis, show location. Captain Curtis, Captain Curtis. Maybe in here? This place is fucking huge.
Did the Colonel send you? I was hoping he might have changed his mind. I know. I've been crying. Stupid. I'm supposed to be a soldier. My husband, he's a ranger, and he got murdered by a pack of fiends. Goddamn savages laid his body out to rot. Brass won't say it to me straight, but they mean to leave Esteban out there. I can see that plain. He was out on patrol. Bunch of drugged-up fiends attacked them. Esteban laid down cover fire while the others fell back. One of the men saw him get shot. He didn't die, though. Not then. They tried to go back for him, but there were too many fiends and they had to pull out. Damn savages chased them halfway to McCarran. His best friend, Jackson, tried. Didn't even get permission from his CO, so it could have cost him a lot. But he never came back. Colonel says he can't spare the men to bring Esteban back home. And the fiends, they put all kinds of mines and traps around his body. Snipers, too. Mister, I'd about given up hope. But you've got to be careful. I don't want anybody else dying on my account. Esteban's body is laid out between some of the buildings, east of the REPCON headquarters. At least that's what his squad mates said. There's an NCR position just north of there. It's on the way. They should be able to tell you what the situation is. Did you start looking for Esteban? I guess my directions could have been better. No, I didn't expect nothing so soon.
Let's see the marker here. Forget where Repcon was. East. Right here. Huh, okay. That might be something we can knock out. This place is a fucking mess. Shit.
Listen, asshole, I know you're not really an NCR health inspector, so you can cut the restaurant critique routine. And I want my 50 caps back. Because I looked it up, and there ain't no disease called colorectal implosion syndrome. So I paid you to look the other way for nothing. Wait, you're not... Oh, wow, I'm sorry. You look just like... Never mind, sorry.
It's a colon rectal
so what can I serve
implosion
you
syndrome?
up? That's nothing. You just look like the health inspector who stopped through for the yearly inspection a couple of weeks back. I was hoping I wouldn't have to wait another 11 months to see his crooked ass to get my caps back. Ah, well. Anything I can get you? Oh, yeah. You can order up anything you want. As long as it's corn or beans. Just kidding. Haven't you heard? With a few shipments from home and a little variety, the troops are getting restless for some quality grub. You can only do so much as a chef with just corn, beans, onions, and peppers. Well, we haven't had any quality meat in months. Everyone in the camp just eating beans for protein. It isn't pretty. Some of my kitchen machinery is broken down too, so we've been eating mostly raw vegetables. And I'm desperate for spices or seasonings. Anything, just something for the general mood around here. It doesn't need to all come from the same source. There are a bunch of different vendors around who sell meat. Fitz, the Nashes, Crimson Caravan. We've never really tried to go out and organize deals with merchants to supply our food. Already having an overstock of food, we haven't needed to. But we really need some good old red meat on the menu soon. So I'm willing to divert some caps in their direction if they're open to supplying us. Here's the list. We've been scrapping together quick fixes to keep it running for months. I think it finally crapped out and needs a full overhaul. It's the goofy machine behind the counter in the corner next to the stove. I'd be much obliged if you could take a look at it and get it fixed up. I don't know. Try the various traders around the waste. Or the pawn shop in Westside might have some parts. Oh, I've heard of a place called House Tools you could check out. It's an old factory on the north side of Vegas. Just a word of warning, though. I hear no one who goes in there comes back out. Could be traps, crazy robots, or who knows what's in that place. The Crimson Caravan would probably be able to arrange a regular shipment, but I don't know of any spices known to improve mood. Hell, we have a whole research department. One guy's even set up in the main terminal building. They're the ones who ought to be looking into it. What can I do for you? Come back soon now.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna keep looking at this area. We went through here.
I'd still rather take my leave.
We didn't go through here yet.
Hey.
Sounds like a
We
running
came through
criminal.
there.
I'd still rather take my
Okay.
leave at the strip.
So let's see this person over here. Make sure it's no one we need to talk to. See our trooper.
We won't go quietly.
The Legion can count on that.
Okay, we're in the wrong place. We are in the wrong place. What does this lead to?
Hey! You look like someone in need of a reliable supplier. Take your pick.
It's 8,000 caps. Let's see something here. Okay.
Are you implying I have some kind of secret under-the-table stash I only offer to certain clients? Because that could get a man in trouble. Now you're talking my language. I do have an expanded inventory for people I can trust. If you're willing to do a little legwork for me, I could give you access to my stash, and at a discount. Many of these items aren't available in the NCR, and you'll be hard-pressed to find them at a better price anywhere else.
Nice. Okay, so it looks like it did not, I did not set up the graphic settings in AMD, so we're going to have a little audio desync with the mouth moving and things like that. Like visual audio desync, so I apologize. I'll try to remember to do that next time. So basically, it just means that the frames are running too high for what the game can do.
Well, I can't exactly go wandering off the base whenever I want, you know. They're already suspicious. I can hear the MPs now. Gee, Contreras, I didn't know you had so many friends in the gun runners. Speaking of which, guess your first stop. You're just passing a little note to a man named Isaac for me. I want to know which girl he likes. Great, let me know what he says. They're almost a straight shot north from here, up past the sharecroppers.
Okay.
Later.
All right, we're just kind of collecting quests for right now, to be honest. There's really not a lot of action or anything going on. Alright. We need to do better than this. Come on. Huh. We'll get this, I promise. It'll take a while, but we'll get it. Come on. Alright. I usually get these fairly quick. Now we gotta start thinking here, okay. Way off there. Maybe we just need to stop thinking. Ah. Ooh, that one was close. That's the closest one we gotten. Huh. Oh, fuck yes. I knew that's what it was all along. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay. Where is this freaking dude? So where can we go? Where can we go? Where can we go? I'm still looking for this guy over here. Hold on. Captain Curtis. Where the fuck is he? Okay. Show location. He's here. Local map. He's in here. Okay, let's go back in. Okay. Captain Curtis.
Hello.
There's Contreras. What is Curtis? Okay, so let's go. Where's Curtis at? You go all the way to the terminal building. Okay. Big iron on his head. Got my big iron boy, get out of here. It's over here on the left. Did I miss him?
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
He's inside this room. Did I miss somebody? Okay. What will happen if we go in here?
Get away from me.
Nothing. Okay. Downstairs? Where the flip is this asshole? Maybe he's like this way. Let's see. Okay, there's some rooms. What is this? The door.
What is it?
It's Curtis, right? Captain Curtis? Here we go. Boom.
Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis. Smart man. I could use somebody who can operate under the radar around here. Whoever our mole is, he's been slippery. Whenever one of the MPs gets too close, he changes his habits. Our last lead went cold weeks ago. You want my advice? Start by talking to people with a lot of eyes in the field. People like Lieutenant Boyd, or Sergeant Contreras, maybe. Careful with Contreras, though. He's not above suspicion himself. Keep me apprised of any leads you get. This guy's gotten a lot of my men killed. I'm just itching to return the favor. Well, officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company. But since General Oliver has Bravo and most of our forces here garrisoned, I'm free to do other things. So I work with Colonel Shu on logistics, patrols, supply lines, reinforcements, that sort of thing. Lately, it's been less about that, and more about figuring out how that information is getting leaked to raiders. It's a big base with a lot of unhappy soldiers. They get stir-crazy. Hard to separate the malcontents from the actual culprit. Later. What is it?
Nothing.
What is it?
Nothing, bud. All right, cool. Well, I think it's a good place to stop. It's been a lot of dialogue in this episode, so we've got a lot of quests to kind of do, a lot of these NCR quests. We're going to start knocking them out next episode. So appreciate y'all watching. I know this one was a little bit of a slow burn, but I think once we start knocking these quests out and kind of moving more toward into New Vegas, things like that, it's going to go a lot faster, and we're going to start kicking some ass. So anyway, appreciate y'all. I will catch you on the next episode. Late.